fell on hard times, more often than not. Getting faded was my lifeline. I realized that I've always struggled with change, but sometimes you gotta rearrange before you go insane. I've been doing my best to stay true to myself, put my next foot forward and smoking dope for my health. I never give up the music till I'm rolling in wealth. Some days I swear this basement's my own personal hell. Well, I love the sound of the city. Goddamn, I love the sound of the city. Yeah, yeah. I'm wide awake when you're with me. I feel better when you got my back, yeah. Red eyes, I'm sky high. I think this might be the best night that I've ever had, that I've ever spent with you. I confess I'm obsessed with the sex. Heart palpitations every time that she texts. I admit that we ain't always been the best for each other, but what is love without the little test? Girl, you know you're my sneaky link. When I'm with you, my ego shrink. I'm just craving time for us alone. I think about you every time I'm home smoking dope. I love the sound of the city. Goddamn, I love the sound of the city. Yeah, yeah. I'm wide awake when you're with me. I feel better when you got my back, yeah. Red eyes, I'm sky high. I think this might be the best night that I've ever had, that I've ever spent with you. The blood has spilled onto our hands. The drugs they drip coursing through our veins. Violence, violence, show your face. Show me we're all the same. Violence, beautiful violence. Break my faith. Living's broken anyway. Burning all the bones. Will we meet our end? When the drugs don't blind us no more. I'll fight until my end. When they tear my mind from my soul, spreads like some kind of wildfire. The blood they shed bleeds out of us. Violence, violence, show your face. Show me we're all the same. Violence, beautiful violence, break my faith. It was broken anyway. Burning all their bones. Will we meet our end? When the drugs don't blind us no more. I'll fight until my end. When they tear my mind from the stone. Maybe I've been thinking too much, dreaming about the days when we won't feel so out of touch. Maybe we've been drinking too much, trying to escape the darkness of the world we know.
Yo, yo, what's up, everybody? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going, Crypto Mike? What's up? What's up? What's up, Levo? Laws? I think that's how you say your name. Beast, what's good? What's good? What is good, everybody? Probably gonna keep this one short and sweet. I'm starving. I just got back from the gym. I'm tired and hungry, and it's never a good combo. But I thought, I'd give you guys a little insight. This is not, first and foremost, this is not a healthy move at all. We have the Super Bowl coming up. For those of you that are American, if you're not, you don't know what the Super Bowl is. It's the most watched sporting event in the world. There are crypto ads out the wazoo for the Super Bowl. And just between you and me, if I was an owner of an exchange and I paid millions of dollars to have an ad for the Super Bowl, I would want to paint Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in a good spotlight. They can say, oh, Bitcoin's up 20% from this week and last week. And little do people know, we're still down, 40% from all-time high. But they want to paint that positive picture. So if this were me and I was a business owner, I would be doing everything in my power to fake pump this market as high as I possibly can and dump on retail as soon as they buy in. Because remember, they're spending millions of dollars on these commercials. They're not just going to let Bitcoin crash. That'd give it negative spotlight that no one would buy. So, just want to give that kind of feedback first. There's a lot of people that are saying, oh, you missed the 30% move. You missed this. You missed that. Guys, I'm a swing trader. I don't care for small moves like this. I don't care for moves that go against my system. I'm not going to trade something that isn't showing me any signs of bullishness. I'm not going to long if the chart's bearish. And, people are like, oh, you missed a 30% move. Okay, well, this is trading. You are never going to catch every single move. And two, be my guest and long the top. Because I guarantee you this is all retail longing in here. I don't think a lot of people long this big green candle. So, yeah, you're longing the top. You are the exit liquidity for the whales post-Sunday. And I just want you to know that when we dump, it's going to be hard and fast. Every single time we dump, it is extremely hard, extremely fast. And a lot of the times, people's stop losses don't get hit. People get liquidated. And all in all, the rest. Drops are very, very hard to predict unless there's some kind of distributive pattern. But when they happen, again, they're very quick. Lots of volume, lots of sell pressure all at the same time because it's, they're selling very, very fast. Hangry. I don't really get hangry. I'm just hungry. I don't know. I don't really get hangry. I get angry when I'm angry. You know what I'm saying? World Cup is the most watched. No, it's not. It's the Super Bowl. Pretty positive. It is. Actually, it's the Tour de France. Wow, both of us look like idiots. I was under the impression it was a Super Bowl. Well, can't laugh at me because we were both wrong. That's awkward. But regardless, the Super Bowl is one of the most watched events in the world. These exchanges are not going to let a negative spotlight come out. So, really think they painted the jump the creek scenario to make people who missed the move last summer FOMO. Yeah, probably. But even last summer, guys, and before I get into some serious TA here, just gonna paint it for you really short and sweet. There was bullish price action. Volume is going down. Price is going down. We had a double bottom. Bullish reversal pattern. We had bullish divergences with MACD. Again, another bullish sign. We had bullish divergences with RSI. Again, another bullish sign. We actually have huge bullish divergences in this accumulation cloud between RSI with the double bottom, with the bullish price action. Ultimately, we dropped 60%. So, a nice dead cat bounce is needed to help reset the market. For people that are like, oh, the July move was unpredictable. You're out of your mind. This move was very predictable. There were many bullish implications all over this chart. And ultimately, I have tweets, I have buy orders, I have all of this information that I've made public. I bought between 33 and 36K. I did not buy the bottom, but I bought near the bottom and I sold around 49,500, I believe, was my last take profit. So for everyone that's like, oh, well, it's impossible to do this, like, it's really not. Trading is not impossible. It's more or less, how do you manage your risk and how confident are you in the probability that the move will go up. Everything on my chart in June and July was sparking a move to the upside. It just, for me, I didn't know where the bottom was, so I just kept adding small little buys in that area. I ended up making about 50, 60% on that trade, and I was really happy with it. Even in October, I say there's a lot of spoofing in October, there was, but there are bullish implications in this chart to say that we could move up. We have, again, bullish price action, MACD flipping into the bull zone, flipping with decent momentum, RSI, bullish divergences, and ultimately, the whole time volume is going up, price is going up. I disagreed with this move because there were over 30 billion stablecoins printed, but at least it looked bullish enough to count this as a legitimate upward move. Again, moving here. Guys, I just gave you two scenarios with bullish price action. What is this? What is this called? This is called a bearish price action. When volume goes down and price goes up, that is called bearish price action. Now, the problem is, how high do we go before we come back down? And I think we have a couple of options. We could look at something like, well, we already broke out of that line. We could look at something like, maybe something like this, where we have, this was a fake move. At very low volume, it wasn't necessarily a breakout. We have a bounce point here, and now we're touching this on resistance. Ultimately, guys, I don't put a whole lot of weight on diagonal lines. I think it's not that they're not useful, but horizontal support and resistance carries so much more weight than diagonal lines. So before I, again, get into today's TA, today's lesson, per se, I just wanted to point that out, that a lot of these big upward moves are actually pretty predictable. And for people that are like, oh, this is the move that no one could guess and no one could, your TA is useless here. Do you know how many times I've heard that on dead cat bounces in 2018? It was ridiculous. The amount of bullshit that people said that we were going to go to 50K in this time. And again, guys, look. So imagine this is our 69K, and this is our 65K. So we have essentially a double top here. So double top, we go all the way down to 33K, and then we dead cat bounce. Notice the volume here, going down as price going up. Again, we have another big drop. And you could even say that, okay, let's say this is 50K, and we bounce to, or actually, we'll say this is 45K, we bounce to 52K. Okay, great, whatever. And then we drop all the way down to 33, 32K, and then we have another upward move with volume going down, price going up. Look what happened after. We made a double top, and we dumped. Like, it really amazes me. I had some guy, his name was, what was his name? On Twitter, he's like he writes like children's books. Big Chads. What's his name? I think he YouTube live streams too. Big Chads, Big Chode. Big Cheds. Yeah. So he was trying to tell me that volume doesn't matter in a trend. And guys, I can pull out multiple times where volume definitely matters with overall trend. Big Chode or Big Chad, Big Cheds. He told me that I needed to read a classical book on technical analysis to give validation to my technical analysis. And guess what book he recommended? He recommended his own book that he wrote. I'm not one to point fingers here, but Big Chode or whatever his name is, you're doing too much, man. I can tell that you're probably underwater, and you gained a following from an up only market, but I don't play those games, dude. So for those of you guys that follow Big Chode, tell him Roman blows him a kiss. Moving on. So, I just wanted to point out again, lots of these dead cat bounces happen. Will you catch one or two? Sure. Will you catch all of them? Hell no. You're just not. That's how this game works. You can't catch every move. But all right, let's get into this in TA. Stocks first. Dow Jones. Wow, what a recovery. Daily's looking aight. Weekly looks like we're somewhat recovering. Looks like this double top is, I wouldn't say it's not valid, but it's looking not valid. Looks like we're trending sideways, which is definitely a possibility. We can still go through an economic breakdown and stocks can move sideways. I think that's the best case scenario. But you know, we know in March there's going to be rate hikes. We know that there's going to be a shitstorm brewing. You guys don't know, and maybe some of you don't care, but if you go to the grocery store, go look at the food that's missing. If you notice and you're resourceful, you're smart, you'll notice that the hot dogs, the pasta, the cheese, those things are gone. You know, hot dogs, pasta, and cheese, that's what broke college students that are in mountains of debt eat because they can't afford other food. And there are families buying this because they can't afford anything. You know, if anyone says like, oh, there's not going to be a recession, there's no chance. Guys, unless you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars by yourself, by the way, like, I mean, I can't even, not that I can't go out and eat. I'm a very frugal person, so I typically don't go out and eat. But if you have a family and you have to feed multiple kids and yourself and your spouse, and you don't make a lot of money, like, I mean, maybe combined you guys make about $100,000 because the American average salary is like 45, 50K. You know, things are getting tough on those people, and that's the majority of the population. So for people to say, oh, there's nothing coming, nothing matters, all of this is just noise and it's priced in, no one has extra money to buy things. If you don't have extra money to spend, other businesses get hurt. There's a waterfall logic here. Oh, yeah, also the CPIs tomorrow. Wouldn't be surprised if they completely spoof it. Completely wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they completely spoofed that jobs report. It's unbelievable to me that they said that the jobs were up, like jobs are increasing. I live in not a super densely populated area, but enough that we had restaurants like fast food that was open till midnight or 1 or 2 in the morning. The gas station across the street used to be 24/7, and now it closes at 8 p.m. because no one works. Like, I don't know where they're getting this data that people are working. Truck drivers are not working. That's why we're having a supply chain crisis. That's why things cost so much money. A reason why things cost so money. Also, inflation and cost of goods are up. But overall, I mean, you can't tell me that all of this storm, this is like a tornado that's slowly spinning. The tornado's doing this. And it keeps getting faster and tighter, and it keeps winding until it turns into a big-ass tornado and wipes everything out. You know, everything's starting to waterfall down. Everything is starting to really get bad. Not I wouldn't say really get bad, but things are starting to get in a place where things will get bad if something doesn't change soon. And that change has to be you have to have a recession. You have to bring everything down. People have to just hunker down for a little while. That's just the way it goes. Oh yeah, Beast. Yeah. Okay. So another thing, Big Chode or whatever his name is, he quoted himself. Guys, go on Twitter. The guy quotes himself. He has a Twitter bot that makes quotes with his little profile picture, and he quotes himself all the time. Like, he's a freak. He's a literal freak. And you know, I didn't come after him. He came after me, and I was trying to be polite at first, and then he was like, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You need to read a classical book. Here's my book." Like, what? That's like how could you give any validity? You're the one that wrote it. Like, what? Oh man. Oh yeah, Russia, Ukraine, macro impact on the stock market. Yeah, I think yeah. Yeah, we also know that the billionaires sold all their stock. So SPX, S&P 500, looks like it had a nice little bounce. You know, same thing as the Dow Jones. Honestly, now I'm seeing possible head and shoulders here. I don't know if the pattern even matters, but just thought I'd throw it out there. We do have a lower low or lower recent low. We have not made a higher high. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Nasdaq looks like shit. We have a double top. It was validated. Has not been back tested. Wouldn't be surprised if we back tested it, but oh no, not looking great. Dow Jones. Oh, this is DIA, Dow Jones, same thing. All right, total charts. Looks like we broke above our support level. We have not broken the diagonal. Oh, we did break the diagonal resistance. Let's even make it as conservative as possible. I think I drew this on the weekly. Let's go from point to point. Okay, so we have not broken out of our diagonal yet. Overall, we haven't even, I wouldn't even say we've really broken a resistance yet either. The horizontal resistance would be somewhere, I'd say somewhere here with this golden line. We've got to break above that point. Is looking like a possible inverted head and shoulders, but I don't know. I mean, I don't understand how anyone can be bullish right now with what's going on and everything. Yeah, I'll pull up the Bitcoin monthly here in a second for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's just making lower lows, lower highs. It's a pretty bearish structure. Nothing's really changed. I know people are getting extremely bullish here, just like they got extremely bullish here. And, you know, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that people keep falling for these tricks every single time. Total 2, more or less of the same thing. At resistance, diagonal resistance, horizontal resistance somewhere around here. This level where we bounce, or break down, retest, somewhere around that point. Would look for the inverted head and shoulders here. I mean, ultimately, you want to see this. You want to see a breakout, back test, and then go forward. But honestly, guys, just still making lower highs, lower lows. Still in a very bearish structure. Until that changes, still very bearish on the total charts. Total 3, same thing. Don't want to waste your guys' time. Same thing. Okay, DXY, real quick. For those of you guys that don't know, we've been tracking the DXY for quite some time. We have a double bottom here. I had said this red weekly candle, although it looks ugly, we bounced right again at our trend line. I pretty much expect this to keep going up, or maybe it breaks down but bounces and continues going up. We know the United States government's trying to reduce inflation, promote the value of the dollar. All in all, fundamentally, I believe the dollar is bullish, and technically, I mean, we have a double bottom and we're in an uptrend. So you tell me. Bro, in March 2020, monthly MACD first showed red histogram and then turned into green histogram, and price rallied from there. Could you elaborate on this? That's because in March 2020, we had the COVID crash. Come on, man. It's bearish until it's not. Anything can happen in crypto. But not a good time to buy this peak of this move. Yeah, not a good time to buy. When do you think the Bitcoin dip will happen? I mean, guys, I can't give you like an exact day and time and second, minute. I just know when a structure isn't bullish and won't last long. And you know, this structure has lasted about a week. And people are very bullish, and they say we're going to 100K, and the 200K tweets are coming out, and the moon is making money from all this engagement that you guys are giving him. Not necessarily you guys, just people in general are giving him. We know the Super Bowl's coming up, and the crypto exchanges are paying a ton of money for their ads. They want to put crypto in a positive spotlight and say that it's up 20% in 1 week so that people buy into it and then get dumped on. I mean, can you guys ever like connect dots and stuff? Like, I feel like this isn't that complicated. Why don't I trade in the Indian stock market? Because I'm American. When do you think Bitcoin dip will... I already answered. I'd say 3 months might be the lowest price. Can we look at Matic today? We might be able to look at Matic. Maybe. Maybe. All right. Bitcoin. Gonna look at the monthly. Bitcoin monthly. Yeah, not good. We have bearish divergence. Whoa, why are my little dots here? Gotta remove those. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta fix this indicator. By the way, Cheese Clock, if you're watching, I figured out how to remove these little dots. I'll show you right now. So what you do is you remove, where Where is this? You remove... No, it's not that one. You remove these ADP plus MA up cross. These are the ones you move. Once you remove them, super clean. Yeah, guys, ultimately, we have bearish divergences. We have a MACD crossover. We have volume going up on the selling side. We had 3 months of red. It's normal that we get a green month after 3 months of red. And again, volume is extremely low. We're about a fourth, about a third of the way through the market. Yeah, about exactly a third of the way through this month, and volume is extremely low. The only way I see volume going up from here is selling. So, weekly. We're close to the 50 moving average. If you guys didn't know, in every single bear market, we've actually broken down and retested the 50 before continuing lower. It's not always certain. It doesn't always have to happen, but it's very likely. We have very bearish price action on the weekly. We're still seeing these big divergences. I don't think they've quite played out the way that they need to yet. Again, big divergences on RSI here. Could this be bullish divergence for the bottom? Sure. But ultimately, given the sentiment and everything that's happening fundamentally, I don't think so. We're also looking at a possible double top. I very much believe this goes down into between the 20 and 30,000 area, and that's where I plan a DCA. Somewhere around this 200 moving average, which, if you guys didn't know, in prior bear markets, the 200 moving average has been a consistent bear market bottom. Check that out. Let's even remove some of these, but just so you can see. Look at that. So, if you want to get rich in a very easy way, begin dollar cost averaging near the 200. Sell when we go up a ton, and buy back 200. Sell when we go back up a ton, or even here, and buy back at the 200. Pretty simple. You could set recurring orders on something like BlockFi, or yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. It's hard to believe that people don't know that, and they'd rather watch a 15-minute chart instead of getting good data from a weekly. So, all right, daily. We did about this a lot, guys. This is not a bullish structure. Anyone that's telling you this is bullish doesn't know what they're doing. And when we dump back below 33K, well, I'm going to get popular again. So, ultimately, volume going down, price going up. There has never been a case in Bitcoin's history where we have continued a bullish structure with volume going down, price going up. Could we retest 48K? Sure we can. Will we? I don't know. Not with this kind of structure. I think you need to come back down to 41, reset, and then maybe continue higher to 48, drop from there. I think that would make the most sense. But again, this market likes to move in its own way. Now, Moon Boys are making this a big deal. We're above the 50 daily. Well, we're above the 50, but we're below the 50 weekly. So the 50 weekly has been a telltale sign of the bear market. And, they want to show you anything they can to tell you this is bullish for the engagement. 46K before 30. Love from India, mate. Love from the States, brother. I don't think we're going to hit 46. I think we're going to drop tonight. 53K incoming. All right. Signals on lower time frames usually fake when the bear market starts. Yep, exactly. Bro, you can trade in Indian stock market. Your currency is so expensive in front of INR. I mean, that's great. I don't want to trade in the Indian stock market. I've got enough going on, man. No offense to the Indian stock market, but I'm just too busy. So, real quick, I want to show you guys this on the 4-hour. We have a pretty clean double top. I told my patrons about it. So if you're interested in trade setups like this, I posted about this. I had said, you could enter around 44,500, 44,700. Put your stop loss right above this wick. Ultimately, I don't think we're going to wick above. We have bearish price action on the way back up here, and ultimately closing below 43,000 validates this move. You guys want more calls like this? I post in Patreon pretty often. Also, if I can't post in Patreon, I have Discord. The patrons have their own private Discord with me. I give them advice. I answer their questions. I don't necessarily give them advice. I don't want to put it that way, but I give them suggestions. I answer their questions, and I post trade setups. I'm not necessarily shorting this move. I've decided that shorting is just not for me. I don't care. I don't want to stare at a chart all day. I've got way too much going on right now. But ultimately, this looks like it's going to break down. I mean, there's nothing bullish about this at all. If you guys can't tell, on the 4-hour, volume has been tapering down the entire time that we're going up. Again, another sign of a dead cat bounce. For those of you that don't know what a dead cat bounce is, usually after a large move to the downside, so essentially we went down in a straight line the entire time, put this in a line chart, we went down the entire time, we have not had a significant bounce, here's your dead cat bounce. They're used for market relief to bring the market back to a median point or a median zone so that we can continue the downtrend. This daily will close nearby 44,050. This will confirm the bearish market confirming yesterday's bearish candle. Absolutely agree with that. Add Ichimoku to the daily chart. So yeah, I actually did this earlier for my trading students. We have a breakdown and now a retest of the cloud. This is extremely bearish. This is about as bearish as it gets. Until we break this cloud, none of this means none of this movement means anything to me. Breakdowns and retests are common. They're normal, especially in a downtrend. In an uptrend, usually you have a breakout and a retest. So let's see if we can find one in our uptrend. So here, another sign that this was going to continue higher. We have a breakout, a retest, and then you continue higher before breaking down, retesting. We should continue ultimately lower. And how much lower? Couldn't tell you. I can't. I have no idea where the bottom is. When I have signs for a trade, I'll take them. But realistically, once we break the 30,000 level, I will begin DCAing. Yep, this loss of momentum shows loss of momentum. Yeah, or loss of volume shows loss of momentum. Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, when you have a huge volume candle or a bunch of huge volume candles near a bottom, that basically shows that buyers have a lot of interest to buy at this price. And as volume starts tapering off, the interest in buying starts waning. Will price go up with it? Yes, because people are technically buying, but there's no momentum carrying it higher. When price is increasing as volume is increasing, it shows that buyers are interested in buying and momentum's there to push the price higher. Once you start seeing volume taper off, which volume tapered off from here down to this high, we ultimately see volume come in and we dump, because now the interest goes to selling. So people are, when you see high volume or volume building and volume ultimately making momentum or momentum building, it shows that sellers are looking to, or previous buyers at these levels are now looking to take profits at these levels as volume is increasing, which volume has not started tapering off in this downtrend. We've seen bearish price action on the first leg down, bearish price action on the second leg down, and honestly it's still increasing, and now you're seeing bearish price action on this dead cat bounce. So easy said, easy done. Can I show previous dead cat bounces? Sure. Sure. Let's go back to 2018. 2018, dead cat bounces. You guys ready for this? I'm about to blow your mind. Here's a dead cat bounce. Here's a dead cat bounce. Here's a dead cat bounce. This actually is a tradable move. It looks like an inverted head and shoulders. So you could have traded this. It's still a dead cat bounce and a downtrend. Volume's still pretty low. But yeah, those are a couple dead cat bounces. Look at the pump off the summer lows. Volume was down at first, too, then it picked up. Thoughts? So for those of you guys that don't know anything about distribution, the move in June and July. Ultimately, I'm still on the page that this move should have never happened if 30 billion stablecoins weren't printed. So Yes, volume is going down as price is going up. This is a dead cat bounce. Again, this is very, very hard to explain, but there is more than enough proof out there that 30 billion plus stables were printed in this leg. Why were they printed? For distribution. The institutions in the whales that were not able to sell in this range artificially pump the price up to sell again at the same range. Anyone that tells you that this move is bullish or this move is bullish is off their rocker completely. I mean, guys, for a double top to happen, and I'm going to show you two double tops here. I'm going to show you this daily double top, and then I'm going to show you a double top on a 4-hour. And essentially, you have a lot of volume going up for the first peak. We drop down, hit a big area of support, and then we go up, form a second top. That second top should have volume going down the entire time we make the second top. We have made the second top. We made a higher all-time high for a bull trap. I can guarantee you a ton of people got trapped there. But look at this. So now I'm going to go into a 4-hour time frame. And I'm going to show you a couple double tops. Actually, I can show you on the daily. I'll show you a daily double top. So in 2018, we have essentially our first peak. We have, decent bit of volume. I mean, it's still going down the whole time because we're in a downtrend, but you have this. For the second top, you want to see even less volume and ultimately volume going down. So look at this. We have the first top, volume, I would say the top of volume's there. Now we have the second top, and look how much less volume is. I mean, I'm not trying to make anyone feel like uncomfortable. If you bought at 60K, do what you want. But that's classic double top. This is most classic double top example. I can show you another one. We'll go to the 4-hour. We'll do another one. For everybody here, we'll do another one. Don't worry. So on this move, this is a double top. We have volume essentially going up in this case on the daily. Ultimately, I mean, zoom out, it's going down. But in this case, it's going up. We make our first top. Volume starts tapering off, ultimately extremely low as we make the second top. This was a bull trap because we broke all-time highs. If I zoom in here, I'll make this really clear. Volume going up. We have our peak candle here. We have ultimately, again, let me draw a line, just like a little median line right here. And then we make a second top. And look how much lower volume is here. That is how double tops play out. That's how you know double tops are going to ultimately work. Now, let me show you another example of a double top. Just because I want to help you guys. I really do. I don't do what I do to scare people, or I don't get pleasure out of scaring people to sell. I don't even want you to feel emotional when you trade. I try to tell people, don't emotionally trade. It leads to failure. All right, let's go to this 4-hour. All right, guys. So we had volume going up. We have our first top. Now we have volume going down, and we have made our second top. I mean, could we get another candle that goes up? Sure. I doubt it, but sure. This is another possible double. Well, this is definitely a possible double top. It won't confirm until we close below 43K. But for the sake of example, just wanted to show you guys if this plays out. I'm not a wizard, just an analyst. There's bullish signs everywhere you look. We will be at 50 by next week. Where are the bullish signs? Tell me. Tell me where the bullish signs are. You are too honest, Roman. Keep it up. I mean, honesty is the best policy, baby. Nah, man. I'm not one of these people that wants to make money from scamming people. Do I make money through my trading classes? Yes. But am I teaching valuable things that I'm trying to help people preserve wealth and build wealth? Yes. And I think that's one of the most valuable things that you can do is be honest with people. And I'm not going to spout 100K, 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 and, I'll have 100,000 followers by next week if I do something like, no, I want to build an honest platform full of morally sound people that aren't out there to screw people over. Now, have I gotten offers to shill leveraged exchanges, to shill altcoins and shitcoins that are clearly shills? Yes, I have. Have I taken those? No. The only offer I've taken was from Bitget. I did a lot of research on Bitget. They're the exchange I'm currently partnered with. There are details in the Discord. They have really low fees. They have the highest rated class security. And, I got a little bit of pushback on this from some of the other people that I talked to. And my reason for accepting the partnership, one, I am getting paid. Yeah, this is, public. I'm getting paid. But on top of that, they're a safe exchange. They have credibility. Their support team is great. I've done a lot of research on them. And frankly, I used Binance US and I got scam wicked. If you guys don't know, let's even look. Where is the Binance US chart? You guys remember this? Who here remembers this? Yeah, I was using Binance US when this happened. This thing happened. This wick. This is real. I got stopped out. I was up $15,000, and I got stopped out on this. We went from 66,000 all the way down to $8,000 in 15 seconds because of a glitch on Binance. So since then, I've been looking for a better exchange. I use Femex. I hate Femex. Their withdrawal times are ridiculous. You also have to pay money to use stop losses. That is ridiculous. You should never have to pay money for stop losses. Paying money, you have to buy their premium membership to put stop losses. That's ridiculous. So when I was approached, I looked into it. I actually didn't answer the guy for multiple weeks because I didn't care. But then I talked to him finally, and they're very positive. They have low fees. Their withdrawals are, they're not like Femex where you have to wait 15 hours for their withdrawals to go through and their deposits to go through. Yes, they have short and longs with leverage, but they also encourage risk management. It's in their company guidelines and their moral standpoint. So ultimately, I like them. So I'm using them, and I decided to partner with them. And if you're interested, my partner links are, I believe, in the chat, and they're in my Discord as well. When Bitcoin fall to 20K, will you buy Ethereum or Ethereum 2.0? I thought Ethereum and Ethereum 2.0 were still going to be Ethereum, but whichever, probably both. I don't know. Binance is very famous. Binance always has the most volume. There are bullish signs, though. Daily 12, 21 EMA cross above daily 50. Heiken, ashy, weekly now green. C fork playing out, super trend green. Romus, honest question, do you discount these and why? I don't use any of those because they are not reliable. If you are looking for bullish signs in the chart, you will find them. You would have found bullish signs here. You would have found bullish signs here. We still had a leg down. I don't see any bullish signs. My analysis is very consistent, and ultimately, no, I don't see anything bullish. Also, for you to say your daily chart looks bullish, well, here's the weekly, and the weekly carries more validity than a daily. We're below the 50 weekly moving average. We bounced off the 100. We have bearish price action. We have massive bearish divergences on MACD and RSI. So again, if you guys look in the chart and you go indicators and you type in blah, 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 you will find an indicator that tells you something bullish. I can guarantee it. You can make any situation. Dude, I mean, I'm not trying to call you out. Trust me. I don't want to seem like an asshole. But you could have found bullish implications all throughout here. You could have gone like this. You could have gone big Cheds is an idiot indicator, and you would have found bullish implications here. But look what happened. We dropped 50%. So, I'm not trying to be an asshole here, but we're in a bear market. The trend is down. Retail is exited, and here I'll even show you a very easy way to determine if this market is going to heat up again. You just go to Google Trends, type in Bitcoin, and you click on Bitcoin, and then you go past 5 years. And then you notice that Bitcoin is downtrending and has been in a downtrend, and retail is not interested. Also, if you look at some of the on-chain data, which honestly I don't care for on-chain data, but I do look at the wallet sizes and if they're increasing or decreasing. Whale wallet sizes have been decreasing since April of last year. That shows, I mean, it goes well in line with distribution here, ultimately making a double top. And again, I mean, there's no signs of accumulation. There's, like, banks aren't accumulating, hedge funds aren't accumulating. No one's, I mean, every time we get bullish news, the price doesn't move. That doesn't seem like a bull market to me. Yo, I just came in. Are you expecting a big move after the Super Bowl? I'm expecting us to sell off after the Super Bowl. I know for a fact that a lot of different crypto exchanges, crypto groups, whatever, like crypto.com, they have big Super Bowl ads. So if you are an exchange, you want to keep the price up. You want to say that Bitcoin's up 20% in the last week and a half on your ad. If you can say that, you know, if I'm not a crypto person, I'm like, oh, wow, Bitcoin's up 20%, I'm going to buy. Okay, but what they didn't tell you is that we're down 40% in the last 3 months. So, you know, it's a total marketing strategy. It's not that complicated to figure out. But yeah, guys, I mean, there's no, I find it hard to believe that people are just pulling, it's like pulling rabbits out of thin air. They're like, oh, we're bullish. Oh, our ass eating indicator is pointing up. We're bullish. Like, no, okay, you can find one indicator that's going to tell you bullishness. That doesn't mean that we're bullish. Like, look for multiple points of contact. It's funny. Moon boys are like this. They go, oh, daily reversal candle, back to bull market. Like, what about the other indicators on your chart? And also, their charts look like this. Their charts, hold on, let me make this a very easy to understand chart. Their charts look like this. They go like this. They go like this. This is literally how their charts look. They go, breakout, we're bullish. Like, just because we broke out of a diagonal line does not mean we're back to bullish. Like, still making lower lows. Okay, we wicked a higher high. You got me. We wicked a higher high. But ultimately, I mean, does this look bullish to you? Like, it's too easy, man. I mean, some people are like too easy to fool, I swear. What is the indicator at the bottom? It's called the plus ADP. It's basically just an RSI indicator with accumulation and distribution clouds. Yeah. This pump is because of a couple news things in the Super Bowl. That's all it is. And it's being overextended and overplayed as if we're going to go to 200K tomorrow. So, okay, if you don't look at those indicators, what do you consider valid indicators? I use a system. I use price action trading. I use momentum trading. I look for divergences. I look at moving averages. And ultimately, I don't leave my system because it's made me a lot of money in the past. Do I catch every single move? No. Do I catch the big moves that matter? Yes. And ultimately, a 30% move really isn't that much to me. I want to catch a 70 or 80% move. I caught this move. Unfortunately, I did buy it 41,077 here. I didn't hold it long. If I did, would have caught this move. I did catch the bull market. So I caught several different dead cat bounces in the bear market in 2018. I caught the mini bull run in 2019. So, you know, ultimately, I'm a swing trader. I don't really care for this. This goes against my system. And if you're a trader and you're a good trader, you have a system that's consistent and that works. And you are not going to catch every move. It's impossible. And yeah, I mean, that's why I didn't trade it, because this is not bullish, like, at all. Like, none of this is bullish. We were oversold in RSI and we bounced. Can you tell what you think about Link? Yeah, I can look at some here in a second. How about if after the Super Bowl we have bullish volume? Oh boy, you must be new here. There's never a news event that follows with bullish volume. In 2017, when the ETF was super bullish, we dumped from 20,000 to 3,000 in about 9 months. So it's buy the rumor, sell the news, guys. The rumor was that Cryptocurrency ads will be playing during the Super Bowl. The Sell the News event will be the post Super Bowl. For those of you guys that don't know about Dogecoin, Elon Musk was going on SNL. People thought it was going to be a super bullish event. Right afterwards, Dogecoin dropped 50% the next day. You know, we can keep saying that these bullish things are going to happen, and sorry, I just got a really interesting text message that I had to read. Wow. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, so no, it's buy the rumor, sell the news. That's how it always works. After seeing your video, I am on my own shorted Bitcoin from 45,400 with 15x leverage. Don't use leverage. Don't do that. At least put your stop at break even, please. Please don't use leverage. So, am I right or wrong to feel like a fool for not buying Ethereum at 2150? Ethereum's going to drop below $1,000 next year, so you'll be fine. All right, guys, let's go over some indicators, some altcoins real quick. So Ethereum, still following that ultimate Bitcoin trend. I mean, guys, Ethereum dropped 60% without a significant bounce. I mean, here's your significant bounce. And we have very low volume, very much a dead cat bounce. It's beginning to overextend. Ultimately, I mean, the next resistance is here around 3,400. So it wouldn't surprise me if Ethereum went to 3,400. Excuse me. I don't think it's going to go much higher. 4 hour for Ethereum. Yeah, I mean, not looking too pretty, honestly. It's still following that dead cat bounce. Ethereum, I know someone said that this is a bull flag. If you pull up a weekly chart for Ethereum, pull up a weekly chart for Ethereum. Let's pull out some drawing tools here. I believe it's like this. It's like that. We have an ascending wedge. So, bearish pattern. We got a breakdown. Could we get a retest? Maybe if we're lucky. But again, very bearish price action on the weekly. I don't see this. I mean, ultimately, I think Ethereum's going to be below 1,000 at some point. You're going to play with leverage trades. Only use a small percentage of your portfolio. It's gambling. Yeah, essentially, you know, leverage trading is never, ever a good idea, guys. No. I know there are a couple people that make a bunch of money from leverage trading. They either, one, got lucky or they're a very experienced trader. Leverage trading is no bueno if you're new. Don't get into leverage. Your volume looks massive. How do you make it display like that? I just have a volume indicator. Like it's, I don't know. It's just called volume. Ha 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 ha. Oh man, I love it. Appreciate the hopium. Below 1K sounds too good to be real. Well, little did you know, Ethereum went from $1,400 to $80 last bear market. So it dropped 95%. So, you know, you can keep saying that all you want. But, yeah, it dropped 95%. So I'm not saying it'll drop 95% again, but very much expected to drop at least 80. And 80% is, you know, about $1,000, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 80%. About $900. You know, keep saying this is a bull market, man. We were up 80x, 70x, 80x. You really think this is going to go higher? You're out of your mind. You're just out of your mind. I can't. Oh, man. Some people, man. People. Yeah, I see Ethereum between 500 and 700. Yeah, I mean, I'll be buying a lot of Ethereum between 500 and 700 if it gets there. I'll probably buy like 100 of them. Straight up. I'll probably buy more than 100 of them. Like Ethereum is my horse I'm betting on. I will DCA in Bitcoin as well, but man, Ethereum's going to be juicy. I'm aware. I was there for that. Market is different now, though. That's everyone says it's different. It's never different. Like Bitcoin and crypto. Only like 2% of the world uses. So it's not much different than 2017. Really not. If I've got Ethereum, I'm underwater on. If it bounces to 3,400 or even 4K, then sell because I don't make decisions for people, man. Unfortunately, if you're underwater, I'm sorry. You should look at implementing more risk management, but I can't make that decision for you. I'm not responsible for your money, and you have to make your own decisions. I just post analysis. I close my short and profit. For the future, I'll try to use 5x leverage, and later I will stop using leverage. Just don't use leverage at all, man. Same feeling on ETH. I just made the wrong moves. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it happens. Everyone that's new to this, new to trading, new to investing, like, you don't want to buy when things are green. You want to, and especially not at the top, you want to buy when things come down. So, sorry, my eye is like, something was in my eye. Must have been, never mind that joke. Great no BS content. Thank you. Yeah, try my hardest here. Some people like to bring in their hopium and think that we're back into a bull market when we're very clearly in distribution, but whatever. Now, I've got multiple points of data that I can show that shows we're in distribution, and some people go, "Oh no, we're in the Henkin Ashi reversal candle pattern and we're going to continue higher." Like, okay, well, that's not really how that works. Not in the slightest. Like, oh man, some people are funny, I swear. Yo, Roman, greatness in your eye. Oh, thanks. Thank you. I'm all right. Let's go over some altcoins. Spit them in the chat. I'll go over 3, and then I'm gonna go make food because I'm freaking hungry. The ADP indicator is just a measurement for RSI. That's all it is. Can I be your uncle? I mean, I don't think I'm old enough to be anyone's uncle. How you put the COVID in your eyes? I've had COVID like 3 times, man. Block? Link? Alright, I'll do Link and Matic. Not going over Block. I've never heard of Link. Link. Yeah, it just looks like we're having another dead cat bounce. Like, how are people saying this is bullish? Let's put this in log. Ooh, let's put this in log. And have we lost the macro uptrend? Yes. Look at that. Breakdown, retest. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, low volume, nice little bounce. We were overextended again. Notice how every time we get overextended, we have a nice little bounce. Ultimately, just looks like another dead cat bounce. I think Link's gonna go down to like $2 or $3. But yeah, Link's a solid move to DCA, and I'll be DCAing some once it goes down. Let's do Matic. Binance just added Matic finally. Matic. So I had this as a ascending wedge. Looks like I had it wrong. It's actually like this. Sorry. Oh, my chart's in log. That's why. Huh. Funny. Looks like it like broke back into it, but maybe this is the bottom. I don't know. That's interesting. Looks like Matic broke back up and is kind of above this again. This is why I don't really like these lines, but ultimately, I mean, I don't know. It's tough to say with Matic. I don't want to say it looks bad. I mean, look at this. We do have a double bottom here. We do have nice volume. So Matic, even if Bitcoin breaks down, like Matic could come back down to like 1.75 and then shoot back up, maybe retest this area and then go down. Maybe we get one more big Matic push, but yeah, I mean, this is a double bottom. That is kind of bullish. I mean, that's a bullish reversal pattern. It's pretty clean too. I mean, there's a big volume candle here. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look bad. I mean, if Bitcoin breaks down, this thing's going to come back down to this point and then maybe continue higher. But yeah, if you want to enter in on a Matic swing trade, maybe look for 1.78 to 1.72. That could possibly be a solid trade, honestly. Shit. It looks pretty good on the daily. So yeah, double bottom on the daily. No, I'm not bullish on Link. I need to dump my bag. I need an egg. Good luck. Hoping for an exit pump. Usually you don't get one. This is probably the exit pump that we're having right now. Daily close. Yeah, the daily just closed. Recommend shorts attack the right shoulder now. Oh, so you're saying this is a head and shoulders? I mean, it could be. But I do see like a nice little double bottom here. I mean, the only thing I don't like is volume is going down as price is going up. So it could get ugly. It could get ugly. All right, guys. I'm going to go over, I think someone asked for Luna, so we'll look at Luna real quick just because I know it had a lot of hype over it. Luna, I mean, yeah, again, it looks like we have a head and shoulders here, a breakdown, and then a retest of like the neckline. We have low volume going down, price going up. Looks like a dead cat bounce. It'll most likely end soon. Doesn't look very, like nothing really screams bullish to me about this chart. I mean, yes, it's up a lot. We draw a trend line with our log and auto. I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's tough to do with these parabolic moves. Yeah, it looks like we broke our trend line and are now retesting it. Yeah, we retested it perfectly. So ultimately, I think this is going to continue to the side. I have a hard time imagining. Are we dumping right now? Hold up. Interesting. I think we're going to dump. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty clean double top. I think we're going to dump. So let's see if we can get some of this real quick. Text is from my grandma. Wants to talk to me. Sup, G? Got any food for me? Starving. I actually talk like that to my grandma. She's Italian. She'd whoop my ass with a spoon. Actually gonna put this alert. Where's the break? 43.66 is considered a breakdown. Let my guys know that that is the breakdown for this trade. Again, guys, just to kind of wrap up here, I am gonna go. I gotta eat. Starving. If you guys don't know, I began posting extensive analysis on Patreon. If you're interested in seeing more extensive analysis, more educational content, sign up through Patreon. I also have my trading students. That's through Patreon as well. But if you just want the analysis, it's definitely a very cost efficient. And I do post possible trade setups both on the short and long end of things. So again, if you're interested, check out Discord. It's under Roman's Trading Chart Analysis. And you can sign up now if you want. I will probably post something tonight, but ultimately I posted something in Discord about this double top, where to enter, where to put your stop loss, where a reasonable take profit would be. And I'm looking at possibly posting a swing long trade, probably Thursday. So again, if you're interested, check that out. It's definitely definitely way more extensive and way more explanatory than my live stream and my Twitter posts. And with that said, guys, please be smart about this. I'm just trying to protect you. I'm not out to get people. I'm not out to scare people. It's not what I do. When the market's bullish, I told all my friends to buy, and I was as bullish as can be. None of them listened, and they ended up buying the top and getting wrecked. So, just telling you guys, like, I'm trying to be as honest and transparent as I can be. I'll never shill anything on you. I'm trying to put your best interest forward. And with that said, guys, be patient, use risk management, and good luck trading.